Let's get the proceedings proceeding. Welcome to another episode of the Part My Back Show. It's me, your host, Sebastian West. Follow me on Instagram @_Sebastian West, where you can check out my artwork and all of the splendor. If you don't like what I'm kicking, like what I'm spitting, just know you tuned to this. The cloth is different. If this is your first time tuning in, I appreciate you. And if this is your second time, third time, if you just double back like a camel, I appreciate you as well. I'm just a bozo with a camera that goes to the movie theater and decides to turn on the camera and review movies. I give my objective perspective. I'm biased and unbiased at some times, so bear with me, alright? Or if not, I checked out Mission Impossible, the new one, and I checked out Sounds of Freedom. Fire. So I'm going to talk about Sound of Freedom. It's getting a lot of praise, for the lack of a better term, and this is a good thing, right? We get a movie that doesn't have a big budget, a quote-unquote A-list actor, and a director that is not with the likes of Michael Bay or, Quentin Tarantino or Martin Scorsese, etc., etc. You get where I'm going, right? You get Sound of Freedom. No green screen, no big budget, and it breaks up the monotony of what's going on in the box office as of late, right? Awesome movie. Acting, killed it. Jim C, because I can't pronounce his last name, so Jim C killed this. The kids killed this movie. Honestly, they knocked this out of the park. They honestly, you have to give credit to credit is due. And these children, they were like the main attraction in this film regarding from an acting standpoint. They were like they were stars. They were the stars. Now this film is about Tim Ballard, who was a police officer, and he quit to pursue the world of take down child trafficking overseas at that. So it follows him and his story. Due to the research, this film was very accurate. So, the actual events that took place, like this was on par. And it gave you footage throughout the film at the end of the film, and even in the beginning, it gave you like the tone that was set with the introduction of the film, like the live, when you see those kids being taken and the way that they were taken. I'm not an emotional person, yet and still it affected me. Seriously. The introduction to the film was well thought out. The pacing of this film was fire. It wasn't graphic, yet and still certain scenes that were shot when you saw the guy closed the curtain and nothing in the room was left but him and his kid, these monsters. You knew what was taking place, and it wasn't shown, but you knew. Like, you seen the trauma within the kid's eyes, and the way that was depicted was amazing. Like, you knew that it was unsettling, which is a good thing due to, the acting that was portrayed. It was so well that even I was affected. I'm not affected by movies, but this definitely affected me. In a certain particular scene where it's towards the end of the film, where the girl that he was trying to save, she was sleeping in the bed, and he was Jim C infiltrated the it's like little compound or whatnot. He disguised himself as like a medic to take tests from like malaria or something of that nature, and he infiltrated his compound, found a little girl he was looking for, and she was sleeping in the bed. He went in that bedroom and woke her up, and how frightening it was for her. Like, she immediately started to scream because she thought that he was the monster, and he had to convince her that he was the one saving her. Like, that particular scene was amazing to me. The emotion that was depicted with between the two characters of Jim C and the young actress. It's phenomenal. This film was phenomenal. It checked off all the boxes for me. It will definitely crack my top 10 best movies of this year. At the end of the year, I always do like a wrap up. This will be one of those. At the end of the film, it showed that it took them 5 years to release this due to some companies not wanting this to be the information to be spread this way. I think one of the companies was Disney, and if you know Disney, you're not surprised how filthy they are. So salute to them being able to, this movie to actually hit the silver screen and get this message across about, child trafficking, how major it is. I had no clue who this Tim Ballard character was. It showed he even adopted some of the kids that he rescued. Salute to him. Salute to his wife. Her character was major, and she, told him, like, yo, what if this is one of our kids? Like, when you try to pursue this, like, you can't just give up, because through the trials and tribulation he was going through, and all the things that were kind of setting him back, he wanted to give up, and she had to give him some encouragement, like, yo, what if this is one of our kids? You don't just give up on something like that. Heck of a film. Acting, directing, the way it was shot, low budget, you couldn't tell. Salute to all the parties that took place for, creating Sounds of Freedom. So go check that out. Honestly, I'm not even being paid to do so. Go check it out. I think now it's getting some praise about, I think, the box office sales. So salute to everyone that was involved in, creating Sounds of Freedom. The next film that I'll check out, I have no idea. Nothing is, I think, come across my desk worthwhile. I'll probably go check out Equalizer 3. I think that's September, though. Equalizer 3. So I don't know about August. I have no idea. I'm rambling. So remember, slow run is better than no run. If you don't like my reviews, cut me some slack. If that ain't good enough, part my back. Never forget, let all things be done decently and in order. On that note, I'm out of here. Salute. Oh yeah, like, share, subscribe. All that happy crap.